This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Once again, want to say good morning to everyone. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest and pray that you have a productive day today. As you come on, let's do our faith confessions and let's do our review. I have a great surprise for everyone today, a special guest. We haven't heard from her in a while, but we're going to hear from her this morning. So we are excited about that. So let's do our faith confessions and let's do our review as we come on. The Lord bless and keep. Good morning, everyone. Blessings to you. All right, at this time, I'm going to bring on our special guest. She's going to say hello.
Hello, guys. Jazzy J. Been a long time hearing you guys.
That is Jazzy J. She wanted to say good morning to everyone. So, great morning, Ambassador Valerie. Love you. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest. The Lord bless and keep you. Ambassador Valerie said, good morning, Kingdom Ambassadors. God has a divine plan for my life to be in peace and not of evil, to have a hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Awesome. All right. Blessings to you. Once again, Jazzy J says good morning to everyone. She is on her way to school, but today we were able to have her come on and say good morning. Ambassador Valerie says good morning, Jazzy J. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's my intelligent, beautiful, amazing granddaughter. She's a genius. So she's going to have a great day today and a great week at school. So she hasn't been on with us in a while, but she wanted to say good morning this morning. All right, so as you come on, let's do our review. Great morning. Blessings to everyone. I am more than a conqueror, Romans 8:37. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, Psalm 139. The blessing of the Lord makes me rich and addeth no sorrow. Proverbs 10:22. Make sure you dress warm today. It is very cold out here. It's in the 20s, so make sure you dress warm. Make sure you dress warm. Can everybody hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know. Can you hear me? Great morning, Ambassador. Missionary Milner. Blessings to you and your family. Missionary Milner says, God is faithful and just to forgive me. 1 John 1 and 9, my confidence is in God. 1 John 5 and 9, I have joy. John 15 and 11, yes, you do. Yes, he is. Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Okay, everybody can hear. All right. All right, let's get ready to get into our lesson. John chapter 5. John chapter 5. John chapter 5. John chapter 5. The man at the pool. John chapter 5. The man at the pool. Yeah, those are my two grand dogs. What the dog, he's playing with his toy. That's the noise you hear. John chapter 5. The man at the pool. I have Papa duties this morning, so I got to make sure my daughters get on this bus. It is very cold out here, so I got one going off in a couple of minutes and one going off at about 8 o'clock. So I got Papa duties this morning. So if you hear me pause for a second, that's because I'm getting them to where they need to go. All right, John chapter 5. John chapter 5. John chapter 5. The man at the pool. Write this down. This is what I want to talk about. Your weakness is lying to you. That's what I want to talk about this morning. Your weakness is lying to you. Write that down. That's the title. I want to talk from John chapter 5, the man who was at the pool for 38 years. Your weakness is lying to you. There is a war going on. And the war that is going on is not outside of you. The war that's going on is inside of you. And that is, there is a war between two individuals. Two individuals. And how you respond will determine who will live. How you respond will determine who will be in control. There is a strong you inside of you. There is a weak you inside of you. There's a courageous you inside of you, and there is a fearful you inside of you. And you've got to determine who will you listen to? Who will you allow to lead your life? Will you allow your weakness to continue to lie to you? Will you allow your weakness to convince you that weakness is normal? Weakness is not your birthright. You have been called not to be a victim, but you have been called to be a victor. Let me say that again. You have not been called to be a victim. And society will have you to accept a victim mentality. If you talk to most people have accepted a victim mentality. A victim mentality is easy because all you do is give in to your circumstances. Good. There you go, Pam. I love it. This ought not be. I am triumphant. That's right. That's good. So you have to make up in your mind what individual is going to lead. Because at the end of the day, only one of these versions of you will survive. You will either give in to the voice of that weakness like this man did at the pool. Could you imagine being stuck for 38 years because his weakness was lying to him? And he responded by submitting to his weakness. And guess what? Every day you've got to choose. All right, everyone. Jazzy J says, have a great day. She is off to school. Seventh grader. Wow. A leader, a reader, intelligent, amazing, a genius. Time is moving fast. Almost Christmas. She didn't let me see my presents under the tree. It was a surprise. Yeah. So I want you to grab hold of that. Will you grow or will you decide to remain the same? Write that down, somebody. Somebody write that down. Will you decide to grow or will you decide to remain the same? That's powerful. Will you decide to grow or will you decide to remain the same? Thank you, Ambassador Valerie. Thank you. And so this man who is at this pool, John chapter 5, for 38 years, allowed his circumstances to convince him that this was his permanent address. See, sometimes you allow your past to determine your future, but God does not consult your past when he's declaring your future. Even in spite of what you have been through, even in spite of what you have came through, God has a plan and a future for your life. Ambassador Valerie, as she comes on every day, she always declares that. that God has a divine plan for my life, a plan to prosper me and not to harm me, to give me a hope and a future. There you go. There you go, Pam. Yeah, you've got to make that decision whether you're going to grow or you're going to remain the same. And then you have to make the necessary, we talked about that yesterday, you have to make the necessary adjustments. What do I need to do in order to grow? In this case, all right, enjoy yourself. Love you. All right, take it slow. All right. All right, that's one down. Put one on the bus, got one more to go. Thank you all for being patient with me. I have Papa duties. Thank you for being patient. Great morning, Ambassador. Great morning, Ambassador. Lucille, blessings to you and your family. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest. All right. So you've got to be willing to make the necessary adjustments. What is it going to take for me to grow? Jesus told this man three things. He said, rise, take up your bed, and walk. See? So Jesus gave him three steps. Rise, take up your bed, and walk. Now remember, this man had been in that condition. This man had been laying on a bed, laying on a mat for 38 years. So imagine Jesus challenging him to do something he didn't think he could do. Somebody put up there 2025. Somebody put up 2025, please. Thank you. We almost at the close of 2025. We're in November and then December. What have you done this year to challenge yourself? How have you challenged yourself this year? Just like Jesus challenged this man to do something he didn't think he could do. What have you done this year to challenge yourself? Something you didn't think you could do, but you took a step of faith. We're almost at the end of the year. How have you challenged yourself? Pam said, not enough. Okay. How have you, because if you're going to grow, you're going to grow through being challenged. You've got to put a demand on the greatness that is inside of you. Let me say that again. Put a demand So, what have you done to challenge yourself in 2025? What was it that you didn't think you could do, and now you were able to do it? Pam said, I know I should have been doing more. Father, forgive me for allowing weakness to rule. Good. I accepted an assignment that God had for me. Oh, excellent. Thank you for sharing that. Let's congratulate Ambassador Valerie. She said she accepted assignment that God had for her in October. That is amazing. Good, good. See? So you've got to reevaluate your life. We're coming to the end of 1 year, about to go into another year. So you have to assess your life. What am I doing presently that is not working? Write that down, please. Number one, what am I presently doing that is not working? Thank you, Pam. Write that down. Thank you, Tamara. What am I presently doing that is not working? Number one. What am I presently doing that's not working? Number two, what am I presently doing that is not taking me where I want to go? What am I presently doing that's not working? Okay. How do you know it's not working? You're not getting any results. How do you know it's not working? Because it has not produced. It has not given you any progress. So, number one, what am I presently doing that's not working? Number two, what are you presently doing that's taking you in the opposite direction of where you're trying to go? So, if I want to go to New York, I've got to go south. Excuse me, I've got to go north. Okay. I cannot go south trying to end up in New York. Now, if I want to go to Florida, I'll go south. If I want to go to New York, I'll go north. And there are things that you are doing presently, and they're taking you in the opposite direction of where you're trying to go. That is why it's so important to write down your goals. That is why it's so important to write down your vision. Because when you have your goals written, when you have the vision written, then certain things you won't be doing. Certain people, you won't be wasting your time with them. Let me say that again. When you write down your goals, when you write down your vision, it will set boundaries in your life. Your vision will pick your friends. Your vision and your goals will tell you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. Okay? Write this down. Two of the greatest powers in the world. Write down the number two. Two of the greatest powers in the world that everybody must deal with. Two of the greatest powers in the world that everyone has to deal with. Two of the greatest powers in the world that everyone has to deal with. Good, Pam. I must write down my. Yeah. It is sad that we're in November. How do you know how close you are to your goals if you never written anything down? How do you know if you have accomplished if you haven't written anything down? The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. See? You've got to hold yourself accountable. Let me say it again. You've got to hold yourself accountable. Okay? There are two great powers that everybody, good Lucille, everyone is dealing with these powers. Okay? And those two powers are time and change. Two great powers that everyone has to deal with on a daily basis. Every day you live on this planet, you will be dealing with these two things, time and change. Neither one of these, neither one of them you cannot control. Who's calling? Neither one of those you can control. Pam said, I'm guilty. I have not wrote down anything. Why should I be expecting it? That's good, Pam. That is really good. That is really good. And see, that's what people do. People don't write down anything. So really, when you get to the end of the year and you have not accomplished anything, you don't feel bad because you wasn't expecting anything anyway. But if you wrote down something and you had to check it off every month and you had to look at it every day, that would hold you accountable. Okay? Great morning, Ambassador Felicia. Love you. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest. The Lord bless and keep you. So I want you to see two great powers, time and change. You cannot control either one. Let me say that again. You cannot control either one. Right where you are, repeat this. Lord, make me a great manager. Come on. Come on. Lord, make me a great manager. I invested in a whiteboard this year. I write on it all the time. Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Missionary Milner. Lord, make me a great manager. What are you saying? You cannot control time or change. The only thing you can do with time and change is learn how to manage it. You've got to learn how to manage your time, and you've got to learn how to manage change. Okay? You got to learn how to manage time, and you've got to learn how to manage change. Lord, make me a great manager. You can't control time. You can't control change. You must learn how to manage both of them. You have been sent to earth by God to fulfill an assignment. Come on, somebody shout, I am on assignment. Come on. The reason why people live like they do, because they think they're on break. But you need to know you are on assignment. You have been sent to earth by God to fulfill, good Felicia, an assignment. You was not sent here to work a job. You were not sent here to have a family. You were not sent here to get married. You were not sent here to do all the other things that we are doing. All of those things are wonderful. All of those things are bonuses. All of those things are benefits of us being here. But you were sent here by God for a purpose. Good, Pam. How many of you believe that? How many of you believe that your existence is proof that God needed something in the earth that makes you necessary? Your birth, your existence is proof that God needed something in the earth. And he put it inside of you, Lucille. He put it inside of you, Dawn. He put it inside of you, Pam. You have been sent here on assignment. I want you to see that. You've been sent on assignment. But here's the thing. Okay. I see Pam said, I believe it. Valerie says, I believe it. Okay. If you believe you are here on assignment, here is something else you need to know. Here is something else you need to know. Somebody put up there, what is it? Pastor Bryant, what else do I need to know? You are sent here on assignment by God. You are here on purpose. You are not here by accident. God has crafted you for your calling. God has wired you for your work. God has engineered you for excellence. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. But guess what? All of that is true. But guess what? You have a certain time to accomplish your purpose. Write that down. See, you have a certain time to accomplish your purpose. See, we don't look at that part. We don't look at that part. Great morning, Ambassador Gina. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest. We don't look at that part. Most of you, if not all of you, believe that you are here for a purpose. But do you also know that there is a certain time? You have been given a certain time to fulfill that purpose. See, we think if you live long, that's the goal. The goal is not living long. The goal is while you live, you make sure you accomplish what you were sent here to do. It only took Jesus 3.5 years to fulfill his purpose. Why? Because that was his allotted time. Let me say that again. Most people would have said Jesus died too soon. You hear people say gone too soon. when a young person passes away, everybody says, gone too soon. And many people would have said that Jesus died too soon. No, he didn't. He stayed here long enough to fulfill his purpose. He used the time that he was given and he managed that time. See, when you think you have more time than you know, when you think that you are living carelessly, because the only one who knows is God. The psalmist said, my times are in your hands. Lord, teach me to number my days because my days are numbered. I can't waste seconds because those seconds turn into minutes. And I can't waste minutes because those minutes, come on, turn into hours. And those hours turn into days. And those days turn into weeks. And those weeks turn into months. And those months turn into years. And what you don't realize, you are worried about a wasted year, but you're wasting seconds. So you don't see the importance of seconds. You don't see the importance of minutes. You don't see the importance of hours. That is why we do things carelessly. There you go, Pam. Great morning, Ambassador Phil. Love you, mighty man of God. Pray that you had a wonderful night of rest. Pray that you would have a productive week. Pam said, I know this is true, Pastor. I feel that my time has passed, but I know that is a feeling to just make me give up. Shelfer. Yeah, your time hasn't passed, but uh, you just have to have a sense of urgency. Okay, I don't know how much time I have left, but with the time I have left, I am going to maximize my time. Come on, right where you are. Lord, help me to maximize my time. Come on. Lord, help me to maximize my time. I don't know how much I have left. And people say I got more behind me than I do ahead of me. You don't know that. You may think that, but you may be 50 years old and you're going to live another 60 years. You don't know that. All you can say, Lord, help me to manage the time I have left. And you do that by getting serious. Come on, getting serious over seconds, because those seconds turn into minutes, and those minutes turn into hours, and those hours turn into days. See, see, you got to go back to the root. Don't just think about, well, I don't want to waste a day. I don't want to waste a year. No, I don't want to waste that. No, I don't want to waste seconds. I don't want to be involved in nothing that I should not be involved in. I don't want to be wasting time doing this when I should be doing that. Because if I'm doing the wrong thing, it's taking me away from the right thing. If I'm not doing what God has called me to do, then I'm being distracted by life. My life is an experiment. I will not experiment with life. I will live life on purpose. I will live life in purpose. Good, Ambassador Phil. Good, Gina. Gina said, Lord, help me to maximize my time. Yeah. You ever sit around? Thank you, Pam. A sense of, yeah. Have you ever sit around and you say, man, I'm going to use this as a lazy day? And you say, I'm not going to do nothing all day. I'm not going to do nothing all day. And before you know it, hours have gone by. And most of the time, we are tired from doing the wrong. Let me say that again. We are tired from being involved with the wrong thing, the wrong people, the wrong places. There are people who have invested 4 years in college to get out of college and not even do what you went to college for. Those are 4 years that you were distracted by something else. Lord, teach me. Reveal to me my purpose. Reveal to me my assignment. And then help me manage time and change. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? When you are younger, it seems like you will have forever. And a lot of times, that's when we really waste time. And then as you get older, you don't always feel like doing things. I talk with people that were very vibrant. Now they say, man, I'm in the bed at 8 o'clock. I'm not trying to do nothing. See? That's why the scripture said, remember the Lord in the days of your youth. Give the Lord your young years. Because guess what? You can serve the Lord in your latter years because God will renew your strength. But you, as you get older, think about it. You don't feel like going like you used to go. You may not have the strength to do what you used to do. That's just life. It doesn't always happen like that, but because sometimes you want to get up and go, right? But your body won't let you just get up and go that easy. I learned that. All right, I got my last grand. She's about to get on the bus. So once again, I am not out of word, but I am out of time. Thank you for your time. I want you to ask God to help you to manage time and change. May there be an urgency in you. Oh no, my boss is here.
36.
All right. All right. God bless you.
I'm late to school.
No, you're not. Come on.